Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Paulina invites Abe to Thanksgiving dinner after they stumble into each other in the square. He says he'll let her know, but Steve and Kayla invited him to dinner. She insists there's no pressure, but just in case, she'll buy enough for him. Eric is informed by Sloan that they will be having a baby tomorrow in their apartment. Though he is ecstatic, he can't get Nicole's child out of his head. Sloan feels bad for Nicole and EJ, but they should concentrate on realizing their goals rather than dwelling on Nicole's worst fears. Stefan storms into the hospital room while EJ is trying to console Nicole. He gives EJ the command to immediately withdraw Gabby's murder accusations. EJ insists that he show Nicole some mercy. Stefan questions why there doesn't seem to be any sympathy for his wife, who is deteriorating in Statesville as a result of EJ. Stefan gives Nicole his condolences after he has calmed down. Although nobody can end their pain, EJ is able to end Gabby's. EJ is urged by Nicole to speak with Stefan outside. She must be left alone right away. Clyde calls Ava in the questioning room, and she answers. He cautions her that killing Gil won't release her from their agreement. Clyde calls her a pushover as she shoots back, saying he tried to rape her. Before telling Tripp that she needs to steal the keys to the evidence room, he threatens her. Wendy hastily notifies Tripp that his mother is in custody after learning about Ava from Harris at the police. While Ava is yelling at Clyde over the phone, Harris walks into the interrogation room. Before Ava hangs up, Clyde threatens Tripp one more time. She informs Harris that she spoke with a defense lawyer who was overcharging. If Harris can demonstrate that she murdered Gil in self-defense, she might not even need one, he speculates. She believes that no one has ever defended her in the same manner as he does. All he wants is for her to be safe. While they argue over Gabby in the park, Stefan proposes to make EJ a co-CEO once again. What about a single CEO, wonders EJ. That's okay if that's what it takes to get Gabby back. As long as Gabby walks, Stefan provides EJ his shares, whatever they may be. After receiving a communication regarding Ava's situation, EJ declines Stefan's offer. He declares, smugly, that he is tired of the CEO roller coaster. Stock prices are not the most essential thing. Things like locking up convicted felons like Ava and Gabby. Karma will bite EJ in the ass, Stefan would say, but it has already bit him. Ask your wife, please. Avi takes flowers to Nicole's hospital room after hearing from Brandon. She acknowledges that she hasn't felt motivated to pick up her brother's calls. Brandon loves her and is there for her if she needs him, Avi tells her. Nicole tells Avi that he used to refer to her as his bonus daughter when he remembers their relationship. She tells him how reassuring it is to have him there through tears. At this moment, where else would a father be, he asks. When Sloan apologizes at the apartment for coming across as so conceited, Eric corrects her. Their happiness cannot be ruined by EJ and Nicole's sadness. Sloan advises that they come up with a name for the infant. Eric recommends Samuel or just Sam. It amazes Sloan that he wants to name their child after his messy sister. Sami is the most devoted and watchful person Eric has ever met, according to Eric. Sloan remembers his telling her that there wasn't much of a rapport between Nicole and Sami. Eric responds, no, Nicole stole Sami's baby, when she questions why. Ava becomes obsessed with Harris' desk keys as he takes her to the squad room to get her statement. Harris and Wendy allow the mother and son some alone time when Wendy and Tripp barge in. Tripp is furious, saying that if Gil hadn't already died, he would have killed him for trying to rape her. He should avoid this since Ava tells him she's okay. Tripp won't give up until she is liberated. He phones the top attorney in the area to recruit him. With a tender grin, Ava looks at Harris' keys, which are still on the desk. Nicole tells Aid what a horrible person she used to be in her hospital room. Perhaps she was not meant to have a kid born into this world. Although losing her child was tragic, Aid reassures her that it wasn't a punishment. She's not alone, and she has a nice heart. She has her family, which includes him and her friends. He draws her into his hug. Nichols says, "Thanks, Dad," between sobbing. Stefan meets with Clyde after learning about it from one of Clyde's henchmen while traveling to Statesville to see Gabby. Clyde threatens Gabby subtly after Stefan refuses to comply with whatever it is that Clyde is demanding. But if he receives something in exchange, he can promise her safety. Clyde proposes a collaboration, saying it's time for the Dimmeras to rejoin the drug trafficking scene. At the square, Abe locates Paulina. He recently spoke with Kayla, who needs to report to work on Thanksgiving, while Steve is away on a case. He gladly accepts her invitation to supper as a result. Excited, she asks him to assist her in getting her stuff to the car. She has to make a special feast for the people she cares about. Sloan is perplexed at home as to how Eric could overlook Nichols' actions toward his sister. Eric is a forgiven person, as God knows he has required it. He realizes that desperate individuals do desperate things after pointing out that Sami has also done some horrible things. Tripp hangs up with Belle at the station after she declines to take Ava's case. Ava takes Harris' keys as Tripp makes a call to Justin. When Harris gets back after his conversation with Rafe, the latter decided not to book Ava for tonight. She can now leave for home. Although facing the reality is never easy, Chad, the usually good man on days of our lives, occasionally serves as a reminder that he is just as capable of being spiteful, cunning, and devious as the other Demira siblings. He bought up half of The Spectator because he is currently so worried about Stephanie's ex Everett moving to Salem that he wants to terminate him and send him packing. Hey, perhaps he's right, and Everett shouldn't be trusted. Perhaps, though, Chad is only venting his insecurities to Stephanie, while the poor man is attempting to reconstruct his life after losing everything while he was unconscious. And for what exactly? Despite their adorable beginning, Chad and Stephanie have since failed and had numerous issues. Is he really battling to maintain a relationship that isn't working this hard, let alone this dishonestly? Billy Flynn wasn't exactly praising the couple when he spoke with Soaps.com either. He clarified that since Clyde killed Abigail, Chad has lived in a lot of grief. Additionally, pal Stephanie gave Chad little moments of normalcy. He wasn't as much infatuated with her as he was with Abigail. Rather, he was drawn to the feeling that he could have a life again. Flynn said, "I think their getting together was more him hoping, praying that he can string together enough moments of normalcy to feel like he isn't always hurting. It's not that he doesn't love Stephanie. Maybe Stephanie could want more. Maybe she's looking for real love. But she will never be that to Chad. Never will she be Abigail. He has often stated the obvious." Flynn acknowledged, "I don't think he has an illusion that she's going to be the love of his life, or even come close to that. But when she's around, he doesn't hurt all day long. It's 22 hours a day, and that's how I've simply found and played it." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.